morning, dear students. Today we'll discuss about the forensics of handheld devices. Coming to the forensics for handheld devices. Before entering into the topic, just you have to recall what is computer forensics. Computer forensics is application of it is one of the application of forensics analysis and investigation methodology. It maintains some systematic discovery, collection, analysis of digital evidence from the digital storage devices. So it is used to identify cyber criminals. Next, coming to the as mobile devices grow in popularity and ubiquity in everyday life, they are often involved in digital crimes and digital investigation as well as. Next, according to the internet and mobile usage of India, the Mobile Association of India can give some of the report last academic year by 20% is increased by the usage of internet, and users are spending more on online, and and users can transferring sensitive information from their workstations, laptops, mobile PCs, and through the smartphones. You can see the picture. These are some of the handheld devices. So handheld devices, first one is the iPhone, second one is the iPod, third one is the Palm OS, next one digital diary, next smartphone, handycam, portable printer, are all the handheld devices. Coming to the understanding cell phone working characteristics. In modern times, cellular mobile phones have become integral part of communication around the world. So, forensics and digital analysis of mobile phones is one of the interest area to find out the criminal activities involving mobile devices and gathering the digital evidences. So, what are the types of cellular network? There are different types of cellular networks. The most important dominant two types of networks is code division multiple access CDMA and global system for mobile communication GSM network. So code division multiple access and global system for mobile communications are one of the cellular networks to used in the mobile phones. And one of the another cellular network is time division multiplexing access and integrated digital enhanced IDN. Now the smartphone evolution of cellular network is 5G, that is a long-term evolution. Internally, the accessing methodology implemented by orthogonal frequency multiple access OFT methodology. Next, what are the hardware and software features of regarding cell phones? Different devices have a different technical features like physical or characters, for example size, weight, processor, speed, memory, etc. Devices may also use different types of expansion capability to provide additional functionalities. So coming to the cell phone capabilities, sometimes it include such as personal digital assistants. Some mobile phones consist of global positions, some mobile consist of audio video files, some mobile phones consist of cameras, etc. We have to see what is the hardware and software features. In the picture, you have to observe hardware characteristics. So hardware characteristics, some basic features are either processor or memory, next display, what are the SIM card slots, camera, what is the cell interfaces, that is a text input type, back. These are the unique features regarding the hardware characteristics. So we can compare the basic characteristics, three different cellular types. First one is the basic type, advanced type, smart. Coming to the basic type, it is a older version. According to the last 10 years, 12 or 13 years back, we have to using a keypad mobile. So that is called a mobile called as a basic mobiles. In that basic mobile, the limited speed of the cell phone is very less, and memory storage also very less, and display is one of the grayscale, and SIM card slot is none. Why means internally the SIM card will be fixed one, and text input may be numerical. Only the mobile will using only voice calls regarding, that's all. Next one, battery is a fixed one, rechargeable in the lithium cell. So coming to the advanced mobile phones, some improvement regarding speed and capacity, and display color included the color. Next is memory cards or slot card including mini storage device. Okay na? Next text input type. Next text input types like a soft key type and a numeric type. And cell interface, in basic phones only voice calls will be text, SMS, small SMS will be there. Here advanced means in advanced we have to implement voice calls, some audio, video, image viewers with connectivities. Next, in advanced we have to implement the Bluetooth technology, and battery is removable. This is developed by the company either lithium or non-ion polymers. Coming to the smartphones, so nowadays smartphone processor is a superior speed, superior capacity, built-in hardware device, at least hardware device nearly 8 GB RAM to 64 GB. So here there are different types of memory slots available in the nowadays. And the display will be in a larger scale, that is 16-bit color inches. Next, card slot in advanced smartphones is consist of mini and micro SIM cards. Next, camera. Nowadays camera will be implemented the high features with high resolutions. Next, text input. In smartphone the text input will be go through the touch screen resolution and handwriting recognition and voice based recognition. Next, coming to the cell interface, how the mobile phone will be interact with the user means either voice commands through or hand gestures, touch screen with high speed data. Coming to the what are the wireless communication, for example smartphone transmission the data regarding, that is internally that consists of Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc., and it consists of audio, video files, browsing, SMS, calendar. All features will be implemented in the hardware smartphone devices. Battery is a removable battery or rechargeable batteries are available in the nowadays smartphone mobiles. So these are all the hardware characters regarding handheld devices. What is that one? Just processor, memory, display, memory slot, camera, cell interface, battery type, all are the hardware characters regarding the mobile phones. Next one, coming to the software characteristics. Characters, smartphone characters also a basic unique for example, what is the operating system of the mobile, what is the application supported by the mobile, what are the unique features supported by the mobile. Coming to the software characteristics of a mobile, there are operating system. In basic type there is a proprietary operating system, that is you can see observe that Nokia they had to implement their own voice operating system by the basic model. Nowadays advanced means some advanced means Windows, Symbian OS. Next, smartphone nowadays they are using a Android, that is developed by the Samsung. Next, personal information manager. Basic mobile consists of only the contact storage media, and advanced phone they implemented the phone book followed by calendar. Nowadays smartphone implemented the personal information regarding the phone book, calendar, MP3 players, next reminder list, office document viewing, etc. All our personal information management will be supported through smartphone. Next, coming to the applications. In basic phone MP3 and images are not supported. In advanced smartphones it will be supported MP3 only. After that nowadays smartphones they are supported MP3 audios, video sharing through online high-speed network. Next, coming to the messaging type. In basic phone the software messaging is only text, SMS, short information message. Some of the advanced mobiles they go for simply text followed by embedded images or some clip arts. And advanced smartphones it combines the text, multimedia, etc. Next, in basic model there is a chart email sending, web browsing, all. In smartphones we have to consist of instant messaging, everything we have to sending. So these are all the unique features of software. That is, what is the operating system, what are the applications supported by the system, what are the internally wireless technologies. So all are the software characteristics. Next, mobile phone forensics. So device forensics is one of the branches of computer forensics. It deals with the gathering digital evidence available from the different types of devices such as mobile phones, personal digital assistants, iPods, printers, scanners, cameras, fax machines, etc. Device forensics has many aspects such as mobile phone forensics. So it is used one of the to gather the internally evidences from the handheld devices. In this topic, we will mainly focusing on mobile phone forensics. Mobile phone forensics involving nowadays digital crimes. Some of the key terms used in the mobile phone forensics. For example, what is a GSM, Global System for Modulation Communication? It is one of the cellular network type. Next, CDMA, Code Division Multiple Access. These two are the cellular data type mechanisms. Next, the mobile phone consists of basic unique feature is SIM, Subscriber Identity Model. Subscriber Identity Model. It is one of the essential to the mobile phone that control various functions of call making. So it is one of the using to function of calling making. Next, IMEI. IMEI stands for International Mobile Equipment Identifier. This is an unique number to given each handset, and this is printed on the handset mostly battery compartment. And coming to the another features regarding the mobile phones, some of the hardware specifications are regarding microprocessor, random access RAM, radio module, microphone, speakers, hardware case, wireless communication. Wireless communication is some mobile phones connected with infrared rays, mobile phones Bluetooth, nowadays Wi-Fi. What is the operating system? What is the display? That is liquid crystal display. And what is the supported of SIM cards? That is a mini or multimedia, etc. So what are the tools used in the mobile phone forensics? Tools used in mobile forensics analysis is Cell-Bright UME, Universal Memory Exchanger, NCASE, Cell Tech Oxygen Forensics, FPE Plus, Mobile Edit. First one, Cell-Bright UME. It is used to extract mobile phone forensics evidence in the laboratory. It is a standalone phone memory that transfers backup files content like images, videos, ringtone, SMS, phone contact between the mobile phones. So these are the for mobile phone forensics tool. You can see the Cell-Bright. Here one of the equipment will connect it to mobile phone with using the data cable to extracting or gathering the data on mobile phone, either phone contacts, SMS, audio files or images yourself. So it is one of the tool, mobile forensics tool, to extract the evidence from the mobile phone. Another tool is the NCASE Neutron. Actually NCASE is designed for law enforcement security analysis to discover for forensics data from mobile device, same thing, but it will be stored with highly preserved in the court. See, almost the NCASE will be supported as a USB net cable charger, USB ports. Here we can observe in this figure there is a port is like a LAN cable connectivity, USB ports. So we have to connect it the either printer to NCASE or scanner to NCASE to gather the digital information or evidence. How data will be transferred from mobile devices to and forensics tools. So by using the three types of medium storage device, data cable, Bluetooth, infrared. These are the mediums are used to transfer between the forensics tools and mobile devices or printers or scanners. Next, scope of mobiles. While analyzing and suspecting mobile phone for potential evidence, they needed some of the points as follows. First one, identify the location information, where the mobile phone is exactly located, and identify the subscriber equipment identifier, that is SIM card and IMEI number, whether the person is mobile is belong to person, regarding verify the SIM, subscriber identity model and IMEI number, and identify the date and language and other setting options. Next, main focus to gathering any suspected information through the mobile phone book information. Or another one main important clue is identify the call log information, that is incoming calls, outgoing calls, dialed or missed calls. So these are all the scope that suspect some potential evidence from the mobile phone. Next, and coming to the some of the suspected mobile phones gathering, either picture views, images, audio files, video files, multimedia, emails, web browsing, etc. All are the scope for potential identify the potential evidences. Next, what are the limitations of the mobile forensics tools? Sometimes it's support available, but still few information cannot be extracted. For example, call log details. Next, sometimes the data is needed to extract but not supportable available. User created feature. Tools already internally to some of the tools and technique nowadays available to break the mobile phone passwords and PIN numbers. So these are all the some of the limitations in some of the limitations or challenges faced by the mobile forensics. Next, generally, what information is stored on smartphone? You can observe the screen. Smartphone is a small personal computer PC. It maintains cell phone, address book, organizers, messenger, audio or video files, GPS navigation, web and internet message client, and different types of apps. Coming to the smartphone, so basic information what consists of, see, basic information is serial number means IMEI number or SIM card number, what is the hardware and software version of the mobile, what is the network information. Next, event log. Event log consists of incoming, outgoing, missed call history, Wi-Fi services, GPS settings, etc. SIM card management. SIM card management means SMS messages and phone numbers. What data may be extracted methods available in the smartphone? In smartphone, there is some of the standard extraction methods are two types. One is a logically analysis and physically analysis. In logical analysis, the data extracted using common PC to mobile with communication protocols. Smartphone connected to PC with a standard cable like infrared adapter or Bluetooth devices. Another method to extract data from mobile is data extracted using direct memory reading on chip that connected to special hardware tools. In physical analysis, the data extracted direct memory reading from the smartphones connected to special hardware. For example, here we can add it the NCASE or mobility, that is forensics tools. Next, extraction method summary. We have seen that data extraction of smartphones are two types. First one is the logical and physical. According to the logical analysis, the data few information will be extracted, and it is easy to perform and easy to analyze and easy to adaptable software, no special hardware requirement. Okay, now coming to the physical analysis. In physical analysis, all information may be extracted, and it is hard to perform, very hard to analyze. Expensive software and special hardware kit we needed. Here in physical analysis, we are using the NCASE forensics tools. Additionally, we have to maintain hardware components to data extracted from direct memory, smartphone devices, memory slots. Okay, now? So these are the extraction methods are used in the mobile phone forensics. Logical analysis, physical analysis. Logical analysis is the used to data extraction by using connected mobile device to personal computer with the help of Bluetooth or infrared cable. In physical analysis, the physical data extracted using direct memory reading on the smartphone by additionally using which one special hardware component like NCASE. So these are all the two different mechanisms using to extract data on smartphone technology. Thank you.